Hi, this is Budo Aspect Sports TV. I'm takumi.yamanaka. Today's theme is relax. Partial relaxation makes you a master. Before I begin, I want to define what relax means in this story. Here, relax does not mean resting, writing, sitting on a chair in your room on a holiday. In this story, relax means not tensing your muscle unnecessarily. This kind of relaxation is required in all sports, especially in martial arts. The ability to use partial relaxation is one of the conditions for becoming a master. So, let's start. The first, relax makes your body strength maximum. When you throw a ball, how do you do it? Overhand, side arm, underhand. At that moment, do you use strength in your entire arm, including your shoulder? You would probably answer no. If you did use strength in your whole arm, you wouldn't to be able to throw the ball well. When you throw a ball, you naturally relax certain parts of your arm. Otherwise, throwing properly is impossible. This is not only true for throwing. Whenever you make any movement, you relax some part of your body. Why is that? The answer is simple. Your body already knows that partial relaxation is necessary to maximize power. For example, when you train a particular form, you repeat the same movement again and again. Through this process, you gradually realize which parts of your body need power. The other parts do not, and those parts remain relaxed. So, practicing a form is not only about clearing the shape of the movement, but also about learning where to apply power and where to relax. Second, why are martial arts master's movements so calm? Have you ever seen a martial arts master's demonstration? Most of them look very calm. Why is that? Because they have stripped away all useless movement. They also minimize the use of power. By doing this, they generate maximum speed when executing their techniques. For example, in an idol master's demonstration, you often cannot see the moment he draws his katana. It feels as if the blood suddenly appears. This is because the drawing speed has been maximized, making the movement almost invisible. To achieve this, The master removes every unnecessary movement and does not add power to useless parts of body. Because their movements are reduced to minimum and made extremely simple, their demonstrations appears calm. The biggest purpose of martial arts practice is not only to master movement, but also to learn how to sweep away useless ones. Through this process, practitioners learn where they should relax and eventually master that ability. The person who eliminates all useless movement becomes the master. Third, relaxation in modern martial arts. As I mentioned, traditional martial arts masters fully understand relaxation. So, how about modern martial arts such as boxing? I believe the person who mastered relaxation was Mayweather. He is known as a defensive master. On the other hand, his boxing was often described as touch boxing because it did not look aggressive, and he often won by decision rather than knockout. But think about this for a moment. What looked passive was actually a declaration, "I will not get hit." In fact, he received very few critical punches across all divisions. His upper body was always relaxed, allowing him to avoid punches effortlessly. Even when he was trapped in the corner of the ring, he could escape almost like magic. That is truly the mark of a martial arts master, so he preferred to express it through trash talk. He consistently used relaxation technique to protect himself, and no one could defeat him, regardless of division or opponents. In that sense, I believe he can be called a master of the modern era. This is Budo Aspect Sports TV. Thank you for watching.